So they have also started like creating groups cross section of society and geographical uh, background. Like they will be creating teams which will have uh, age different. Those will be from different age groups, different classes, different subject expertise, and also from different geographical area. So by doing this, basically they wanted to give the exposure of diversity and how you can basically avail or utilize diversity in your favor. So diversity, having diversity in you, or it will not just lead to uh, dissonance between you. It can also uh, become a great power to you if you'll start taking leverage of diversity. Okay, so these are the few things which is very good in this university, which you will not find any other university. Even in tests or in all in many other university, you will not be having such kind of environment where the entire university is a atom only, whether it's all same. So your classes will be according to your subjects and your year, but main all the other things will be combined only. Okay, and other important thing that I would like to tell you about this university is, so they have tried to create a very, they have not created, they have tried to fill the gap between teachers and students. So many of the teachers or the culture there that you will call the teacher by their first name or second name, whatever that is being preferred by the teacher, but you don't have to call them sir. And when you go to like in many other university, when you go to college, so the freshers will when the freshers party will be there, and fresher all the new students will divide their activities, and they will dance and they will sing and they will show their creative skills. But here it at this university, basically teachers performs for you, just to make you feel comfortable with them. So when you'll have this party, the teacher will be singing with you, the teacher will be showcasing their creativity, their skills to you, that see that I'm that open, that we are still a learner, we still the same. So there's no gap between you and the teacher. So basically you can interact with them anytime you want. So there are a lot many. I'm just an outsider, and what we know is through their uh, the students who have already studied there or they are studying there only, and by con- continuous comparison between the universities that we usually do for you only. So these are the important things. So why I'm talking about these important things is like, let's say there is a course that you are doing there, like development studies that you are doing there. So you can say that there might be some other university or other colleges which has equally great faculty, equally great curriculum like TIS and like IIT and the brand value they have with them. But at the same time, the culture that APU is giving, the outcome of the same course can be very much uh, distinct and high in APU also. So because they are bringing the talent together, they are also parting the gaps between the talent, and they are creating a cohesive intellectual capital or intellectual group within the university. Okay, so because of these efforts, the university can outperform other university which has a very great brand value, a very great curriculum, or the set of teachers which are quite competitive there also, like researchers and other intellectual uh, minds which are there in other universities also. So these are the things that I wanted to tell you about Azim Premji University, and of course, I don't promote any university or institution. I just promote the activities, the subject, the opportunities, the learning environment. So it will be on your discretion that where do you want to go. Like every year, what we see. So many students who get selected in Azim Premji University, they later get selected in TES also, and they pick TES over Azim Premji. So there is no complaint, and there is no uh, problem in that. You can decide between the two colleges as per your convenience, as per the brand, as per the social structure that they are giving, as per the fee, and but it's like you don't have to just focus one exam here only. So at this point of time, I would like you to choose, or like I like you to go for different universities for entrance to appear, or you can appear for entrance examination of those universities, so that at the end of the day you may have different options with you, so that you can pick one as per your future aspirations are. uh, what do you think about yourself or doing as a professional in future? So since they have opened their admission portal, one more thing I'll be telling you here. So they have two way of getting, there are two way of getting admission in this particular university. So if you are a person who have work ex of 2 years, minimum 2 years, you can apply for an early admission cycle where you will be, if you're getting selected in this category, the fee will be less for you, and and your admission offer will come much earlier than all the other universities. So there is advantage of fee, they will be having scholarship, and in fact not no, you will not get other advantages, but this is a big deal here. So you'll be getting fee discount or scholarship there if you are coming from this bracket of experience, and you can appear for the exam and appear for the interview earlier than the regular एडमिशन ये साइकिल. सो जिसके पास भी 2 साल का या 2 साल से ज्यादा का एक्सपीरियंस है, यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर दिस अर्ली एडमिशन साइकिल, है ना. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट है हमारा कि व्हाट आर द कोर्सेज दे ऑफर. सो दे आर नाउ ऑफरिंग 4 to 5, in fact 5 post graduation program, out of which 4 has 3 has open, has a what I can say, the 3 are open for all the graduates. Rest of the 2 are like for the specialized graduates, either from economics or those who have degree in law. So first we'll be talking about MA in education. So I just want to tell you that this is not B.Ed and M.Ed. But if you are thinking that it's like teacher training is program, no, it's not. So it's more of learning about curriculum. It's more about learning about the teaching and learning process, the outcome, how students perceive learning, and what are the changes that we are seeing in education or learning pattern. In fact, after COVID, there's a big need of research in terms of digital learning environment, and of course, adaptation of technology, and how we can bring education to other section of group which are not in mainstream, and even adult education and component of education, what should be there, what should not be there, because there are limited year of education, and one can study, or one has to study many things in that. So how do you plan the educational years, and how, we keep on changing on that. We will see in the last 10 years, CBSE has changed its curriculum or teaching style very frequently. And even with all these changes from NCERT and CBSE, Delhi state is not happy with that board also. So last year we saw that Manish Sisodia has announced that they will be coming with the Delhi School Examination Board, because they are still not convinced that CBSE has a very robust or good way of dealing with the students' progress. So there can be lot in this area in those terms. So if you want to go for MA education program, you just need to have a very vivid experience of education, and you should understand how you have been learning all these years, and how you can basically impart learning in to students, to one student or a group of students. So if you have that knack, if you have that understanding, if you want to create a career in a 20, this will be as important as anything for a society, and for the country like India, where we say that our literacy rate is not very high. And even if we tell that some state has literacy rate of 90%, that doesn't mean that all 90% people are actually educated. So literacy and education is two different things. So what government thinks that anybody who can read and sign his name or her name is literate, but you know that this is not education. So education makes a person a good citizen. Education helps a person to be functionally well in society, and it also helps in all kind of job profile that you get, even it is directly coming from education or not. Like if you're an engineer, doctor, then it's okay. So even a carpenter needs a certain kind of education to work better in society. So MA education is very important, and you can talk the necessity or the lack that we have in our education system uh, in hours, and every year and every passing years we talk about it a lot. Last year we had this education policy for us, so that was not, and everybody is now saying that that is not even sufficient to bring the required change that we need. So this field has multiple opportunity. Will provide you multiple opportunities. I like school curriculum head. I'm talking about freshers right now, and policy analyst, or in think tank, or in government mission to educate their population. So you can find job in all these areas, and you can also be consultant, curriculum developer, or there could be many other roles which you can get it through this course. Okay, so this is open for all the graduates, but still, matlab, what I'll tell you, if you have been good in education, you have good in performing, or you have good in studying different subjects, then you should go for this course. People who are looking for only applied kind of skills, they should avoid this course. Okay. So the next course they have is MA in Development Studies. So you know that Development Studies course is now one of the favorite PG course these days for the universities. Like even technology institutions are coming up with this MA Development Studies. So earlier there was just IIT who used to give MA in DS. I'm talking about a technical institution only. So now IIT Mandi, IIT Hyderabad, NIT Rourkela, all these technical institutions have come up with the MA in Development Studies course. And TIS has this course in its two campuses, like Mumbai and Hyderabad. And there are many other universities which have started this course in recent years. So all those universities may have different agenda with them, because the development studies is very wide, and at once it seems like it's just a branch of economics, but it's not. So development studies has the purpose of studying economic growth, or also studying human life with all the other aspects of economics, politics, or environment. So you can study, or you can find development studies component in all the aspects of life, all the dimension of your life. So this course has different value in different universities. For Azim Premji University, I can say you that it has been very practical there, and you'll be able to basically execute the projects, or you can learn how to work with the people who are not in the industry, either by economy or by the information. So these days, people with less information are also considered poor. So the power has different meaning these days. The only money is not considered power. So let's forget that thing. What I'm telling you is like this course there at APU will give you opportunity to study or customize your course as per your choice, and it will also give you right practical exposure. You'll be working on different projects of universities also, and you can also create and work for your own projects. So this course, and they have maximum seats in this particular department, so that you will be finding like if 200 people are there, so you can find many people of your mindset, like working in the same dimension, working the same cause, working for the same cause. So all other courses have 30 or 40 students, but this course has 200, around 200 seats, and you can just assume that what variety of students or teachers and resources that you will be getting there, because the number of students are too high. So entire program must have been created with considering all the aspects of development. Okay. So the next course is MA in Public Policy and Governance. Today you must have attended the webinar on public policy. So you must be knowing about public policy also, but in brief, I'll be saying you that whatever problem that we see, it's a favorite dialogue here in Smart. So whatever the problem that you see around yourself, like you see that roads are not good, You see the AQI, the environmental condition is very bad. You must be seeing that there are many places which are not getting electricity, and we are still not able to provide education to all our children and health facilities that you have saw. See, all these problems that you see are the result of poor public policy, either poor public policy or poor implementation of policy. And at the same time, if we'll talk about, and these are the problems because of this, because we never able to bring this as a subject or important criteria to create our policy. And at the same time, solution for everything, every problem that you see around yourself will come through public policy only. So you must be seeing that the current government has been very aggressive in creating policies, and they are creating policies in bulk these years. So I'll be not be talking about the efficiency or the need of those policies, but policy is needed. So if you delay the policy, you will be delaying many other things of which are related to, which are very much crucial for development and other growth, and other nation-based growth or individuals growth. So since we now all accept that we are from a society, and we have a government system with us. So if we are not against this system, the government need to be effective enough to serve the society, and the only way to do it is like bringing the public policy aspect or the efficiency in their public policy. So earlier, what it was like, the minister used to tell what we need to achieve, and bureaucrats used to create a policy for the ministers, and then it was getting implemented. So documentation was very good all these years, but the finding effective policy, finding implementable policies, and finding policy which can deal with many problems together was very difficult. You know? But now these days, when because there was no policy expertise was there was no policy study were there. So now these days, government knows, and even all the companies know that if you want to create a good policy, which you want that it should work, you need to bring people who are expert in it. So like a business cannot be run without a people who have without people who have done MBA, because all these big companies, Amazon or Walmart, everybody has from the uh, Harvard Business School or many other big business schools. So likewise, a government, if you want to perform a business with for public or for its citizen, uh, they will have to come up with good public policy, and then they will have to have uh, consult with the policy experts. So there are different domain in it. There are different type of expertise in it, and it's very broad, and it is becoming very broad. So like the previous lecture told you that this is still in hustle, because it's not established branch. So you are like sitting on a gold mine. You can create anything out of it. So this is a course which is quite new, but still very important. And in coming days, you'll find matlab, numerous opportunity if you are good in it. So while talking the advantage of a course, I'm not praising or I'm not saying you that is the best course to go and these days are very important. If you're thinking like this, you should not apply for this course. So the only reason you should apply, and the only way of applying it, is to knowing the subject first, is to knowing the component of the subject first, is to know about what are the work profile, what are the research areas, what are the key result area that will be expected from you. So once you know everything, all these things, then you can just basically say, or you can say that whether you will be fit for that kind of job or not. So when we say that a PG course or career in social sector, so you know, you have become or you have moved little up from in Maslow hierarchy, like you are not the person who is looking just money in your career. So for work, the work for you is like something which you can enjoy, the result you can enjoy, and you can also see some of the benefits through to people and the rural mass or the society from your work. So something which you can do for the greater good. And so then this course is very useful or very important for you. And then still you can say, matlab, after once 10 years ago, somebody who was MBA from a good institution, he can proudly say that I am MBA from this institution. These days, this proud has got come up to this course also. So you can say I'm a expert in public policy. And it's not easy to be an expert in public policy, because if someone says that he's an expert, someone says that he's a policy maker. So most of the time he's telling lie. So it's very, why I'm telling you this, it's very easy to make an image in that fraternity if you're really good in it. Okay, because when and this kind of thing which also has a common sense based logic in it, so everybody who has good common sense, he will start telling that he is expert of it. So you can just sit in a railway a coach and you will find many policy expert in there, but they are not. I'm telling you, they just analyze. They are just outsider. So once you'll be in this course, you will be knowing actually what any policy means to government, or what it means to citizen or people of the country. And again, and these policies are not just for people. And we can make policy for environment, we can make policy for the dogs, we can make policy for the cat, we can make policy for economy and technology and many other things. So all these things are also called public policy. So never be in that doubt that public policy is just for people. So this MA economics course is I'll not say it's traditional economics course, but it's very much in sync with study of economics, the way it is growing. So economics has evolved a lot in these years. So earlier it was like macroeconomics and macroeconomics. Now these days economics has different branch. So every particular aspect has an economics in it. There's energy economics and and economics, which basically deals with trade and finances, and now Bitcoin is also coming. So every economic development will have some impact on the study of economics. So someone who is good in economics, like this has been a very this has become very professional in nature, to be an economist for a company or be an economist for an organization. So economics will provide you that kind of opportunity. But again, you should only go to this course if you are literally really interested in this economics and you have background of economics in your graduation, or you are good in mathematics, because the mathematics is a very important component of economics. Although I'm not saying that if you're not good in mathematics, you should not do economics. Economics has non-mathematics based applications also, or study also. But while learning there for 2 years, you need to have mathematics at least for at least not basic level, uh, at some level where it is being used in MA course. So LLM is for, it's like mainly development specs or development based legal problems or legal issues. Like you can just see migration or rehabilitation of any in project, or environmental issues, or law related to uh, competition or companies or SMEs. So all these things will be there, which basically where law will be used as a tool to provide development support for the society. So this course is for basically for BLLB or LLB graduates. So I'll not be going in the detail of this course, and you can go and read the prospectus from the same for the same. So in fact, even I'm telling you for this course only, but still you should need to read. You must read the detail of all these courses which we have discussed above in detail, and you need to see the videos from the faculties and students who have studied there, so that you can actually realize and understand what it means to be in social sector, or what it means to study these subjects as per your last professional expertise that you'll be pursuing as an post-graduation students. So post-graduation degree will be the last degree for many of you. Need to choose it very wisely. So you can come to office again, you can come to, or you can call, you can have a class again, we can have a doubt, or we can have an interactive session again for the same. But you need to go through those website first. So if we'll talk about test and interviews, their tests are not very difficult, because it will be more in line of tests only, and even the passing rate is higher than tests. So if we are going through our syllabus or classes, in a good way, even 50% attentive, if you are being 50% attentive to that, you will also qualify the test. But the interviews are very important there, because in interview, I'll tell you one simple thing. So these are the courses which basically changes your life, and many of you are not very much ready to get that change, to bring that change in your life. So basically, while in interview, they just want to know, are you the person who is basically looking for the change, or the profile, or the lifestyle that will be there after this course, or you are just being fascinated by social work, or you are just being fascinated by the name of Mera Bhatkar or many other people who are working in this stream. So you need to understand, there will be a lot of work, there will be a lot of challenges, there will be a lot of research which is needed. So once when I say why I'm saying research, so if you do an MBA program in this 2 year, you will be trained with many things which is will be there in the industry for the next many years, and you will use that skills directly. For the social sector, it's quite tough. So what you study, you have to change a lot in able to implement it. So here the expertise, the need of expertise, the need of creativity, the need of research is much more than MBA program. So if anyone thinks that they are not eligible to do MBA, that's why they should go for development sector, they are thinking in wrong direction. So basically, what I think, you need to be smarter than an MBA, or smarter than a business graduate, to basically to perform well in this sector. And you need to think very high of you, and than any of the other program that you have thought about, or that you have heard about, which are high level of employability than these courses. So be it MBA or MTech or many other stream, which you think that they are quite job oriented. Of course they are, but these courses are quite um, research oriented. Not only research oriented, you have to bring the creativity, or you have to bring the holistic approach in you to work well in these areas. So that's why interviews are very important there. They would shortlist only those students who are literally, and those who are actually interested in the areas that they are applying, and then only they can pick you from the interviews. So their interviews are very important. Tests are not like tests that they have. In tests, you have 3 stages of exams, and all the stages will have some weightage for the final selection. So here the interview or the final, they will consider the test score also, but not in that big way or like this. So interviews are very important. And again, and for few courses, there will be question like one subjective or subjective question, or one question which will say that write a SOP for the program. So writing an SOP live, that means you won't have that much time to prepare it. So that's very important. So there will be class for SOP will be there for you. There will be learning how to write an SOP. So the same class will help you in this test also. So एग्जाम्स के डेट आपके probably February last year March first week तक में होंगे, and an interview will be there in the month of April. And believe me, if you are being selected here, and and even if you miss other college or other programs, you will not regret it, because the university is really good. The crowd you'll be getting there is very, the peer group will be very intelligent and focused, and the professors will be a highly talented, because they keep on changing their places many of the time, and they bring professors from all over world. There are culture of visiting or advisory professor. They are not just with full-time professors only. And learning any subject in a university is actually better ideas. I like see, I'm giving you an example in terms of management. So in India, the famous management colleges are IIMs, which are standalone management college. But in throughout world, very few management colleges are such which are standalone management college and still famous, like in Seed and others. So university-based management colleges are working well there, like Harvard Business School, Ross Business School, MIT Sloan, all these university, Carnegie Milan, or all these university whose business schools are there. They are the high performer there, not the standalone. So in India, it's like a different thing here. Someday I'll be telling you about this also. So IIMs are the best management college, not the Faculty of Management Science from the BH. है ना? Or Faculty of Management Science from the DU. Of course, the placement stat is very high for DU, but for management college, we count these colleges only. So why I'm telling you this, like the programs that has been mentioned there, and MA Education, MA Development Studies, or public policy, they belong to the university system, and the output of that system is will be higher than the institution which is providing just an PG program in this their campus or their institution. So many of the time you ask that this college is also providing MPP course. Should I join this? No, you should not. University will be much better the option than those individual institutions. ठीक है, तो ये this was all the detail for that.